All right, so the other day I was on Marketplace and my curiosity got the better of me, and I went and took a look at this 2007 Suzuki Hayabusa and ended up picking it up. I've looked at a bunch of Hayabusas in the past, but never have found one that was clean enough to go ahead and buy. This one, though not perfect, is in pretty good shape and pretty stock for a first generation Hayabusa. This one, if I didn't say already, is a 2007 model. It has 18,600 and some odd miles. It is mostly stock. Some of the things that it has are some Chinese shorty levers, a terrible fake alligator skin seat, this Yoshimura R22 full exhaust, and a BMC filter. Somebody's also hacked up the rear mud flap and license plate mount and replaced it with this rather terrible mount here. I do believe it has minus 1 tooth in the front sprocket. So for 16, the rear's still 40. Tires on it are kind of old, but have some tread and hold air. And the foot pegs are kind of tore up. There are scratches that you would expect for a bike this old. A few mismatched bolts here and there. Oh, we got some little mirror extenders too. The tank is dent free. We got a few scratches on the side of the fairing here. A few on the tail. General wear and tear. A pretty terrible integrated tail light. So I've ordered up a bunch of stuff for it. As of right now, I've gone in and fixed some of this integrated tail to where I could pass the state inspection and had functioning turn signals. But I've got a replacement coming for that. I also have front and rear wheel bearings. I have a new chain and sprocket set coming. And I'm doing a 1640 setup. I have a new coolant reservoir coming. This one's pretty sun damaged. I've got spark plugs coming, oil, filter, coolant to go along with the coolant reservoir. Also got block off plates for the PAIR system or the air injection system, which is still in place. Let me see if I can show that here. It's really difficult to see back in there, but we'll get those coming. New grips, these are original, pretty worn. And what else have I got? Oh, a manometer that I bought to sync the throttle bodies. And then depending on how all that shakes out, I will be pulling the ECU out and mailing it to More Mafia to get a flash, because this bike doesn't have one. And you can tell it's running lean and sounds kind of crappy. The PAIR system was fully intact when I got the bike, but I did the marble mod and put a marble in it, which has fixed a lot of the popping that I had on deceleration. I did also have a fork leg leaking. This one right here, and we can still see it is showing a little bit of moisture on it. I pulled that dust cover seal down and used a little fork buddy tool to reach up in there and try to clean out the seal. I did get some dirt and debris out of there. I didn't see any scratches in the fork leg, and so some of that may be residual. I've only ridden it just a few miles here since doing that, but hopefully that seal isn't leaking anymore, and then I don't have to worry about having the forks redone. But if they are, I'll do that over the winter. It's just a very, very small amount of oil that was on it, not a whole lot. Front and rear brakes are actually pretty worn too, so I've got new brake pads in the mail. Some of my parts just showed up over there, I believe. And I'll be going through this bike a little bit at a time, trying to show some of the stuff that I do. I'm not particularly great at filming like how-tos or anything. I've tried it and failed miserably in the past, but I'll try to do that and hopefully make some decent videos that people care to watch. Also gonna straighten out some of these radiator fins here that are kind of bent up, probably from when the full exhaust was installed. Again, I got my state inspection done today. Can't do the title transfer today just because of the weekend, but hopefully we'll get that straightened out, and then we'll start to putting some parts on eventually. The goal after all of that stuff is done is to get a better seat and then probably some Chinese reproduction fairings, same color. And it'll just be easier to do than having these issues fixed and painted. And then if the fairings do get damaged, I won't really care because they're inexpensive Chinese fairings. They also usually come with a bolt kit. So between the bolts that are on the fairings now and the bolt kit, I should be able to get this thing back together. Again, if I didn't mention, new tail light is on the way. A better looking tag bracket is on the way. And then we should be ready, once these parts are in, to start tearing into this thing and get it back roadworthy and somewhat presentable. My other projects are obviously going to be neglected. I've got to do something with my garage here. What do we got? V-Strom 1000, the Dyna, the TL, poor TL. I need to spend some money and time on that and get her back on the road as well. But this is the new baby in all of its blueberry ghetto Smurf glory here. And yeah, look for some videos here in the not too distant future on this thing. Thanks for watching.